Why am I so different from them?
Earth's sun is younger and brighter than Krypton's was. Your cells have drunk in its radiation, strengthening your muscles, your skin, your senses. Earth's gravity is weaker, yet its atmosphere is more nourishing. You've grown stronger here than I ever could have imagined. The only way to know how strong is to keep testing your limits. You will give the people of Earth an ideal to strive towards. They will race behind you. They will stumble. They will fall. But in time, they will join you in the sun, Cal. In time, you will help them accomplish wonders.
Someone who has spent a lifetime covering his...
What's going on, guys? Bart here with Tully Television, and today we're going to be getting into a comic book review. But I want to thank all of you for stopping by, liking, commenting, all that beautiful YouTube stuff. I hope today is the day we earn that subscription. If so, you hit the red subscribe bar down below. You hit that bell notification so you never miss an episode of Tully Television, where we review things like comic books, movies, television shows, the occasional spotlight on actors, musicians, whatever tickles our fancy and whatever tickles your fancy when we crunch the numbers with analytics, so to speak. Or at least I try to act like I know what the hell I'm doing here, but I'm just a guy trying to give his views on things that he loves. But without further ado, Superman, the Man of Steel, issue 1 from 1991. Now, why I initially had gotten this issue was because I occasionally, if I got like a few bucks left on my card at the end of the week, like $5-6, I'll look up on eBay some comic books and stuff like that I can get, or buy an Avengers comic from the first volume so I can add to my dream run of having every Avengers comic book from the initial volume 1 run all the way up to issue 500. as I do that, I come across these issues, and I was like, I'd like to maybe cover a little bit more DC, because I know I cover a lot of Marvel stuff, and I got some DC stuff here that I haven't covered or anything like that, but I could cover those issues too. Some of my current issues from DC were from the Future State series, tie-ins or whatever like that. But I just don't have the money to really collect all the comic books I want to every week, every month. I only got to pick like a couple main titles I want to do, and then try to scrimp and save for the others I want to do. But Louise Simonson wrote this. Bogdanov, Ordway, Grummet, Jen Key, and Dan Jurgens. Louise Simonson and Dan Jurgens are the only names I recognize off this list. And Breeding and McLeod are the inkers. I like the cover. I love this cover. And I recently learned that these triangles were correlating to the chapter, the story that was going on in the other Superman books, in conjunction on where these particular issues would lie in the story. And in this issue, we see Superman trying to find out who this terrorist Cerebrus is. We see him having hallucinations and headaches, which he don't normally experience. We see him and Lois together in this issue at this particular place in Superman history. Lex Luthor is also gone, presumed dead. Perry White's not in charge of the Daily Planet. Some other guy is, and he made some layoffs. And we kind of see Superman doing a lot of street-level saving here as he's trying to find these bombs that Cerebrus is planting. And here's an example of him hallucinating that he's back on Krypton when he never was raised on Krypton. And the whole Jimmy Olsen thing here was him talking to his mom and letting her know he was able to get a place and this and that. But later in this issue, he winds up getting fired. So that's Jimmy's story at this time. And Mom and Pa Kent are coming in from Smallville. And we see Superman saving the day there because there's a lot of things going on with planes failing. So he was doing that, celebrating his mother and father's anniversary with Lois. Just a lot of extra stuff put in this because this was like a 48-page issue, like a double-sized issue. And I like the art in this. I had a problem with some of the lettering. It was hard to read a little bit. But my favorite panel out of this, Man of Steel, Man of Fire was the name of this issue. And I'd have to say that my favorite panel is this one here where he's saving a crowd from the bus. It was like a double page. Took up like half of 2 pages, and I thought that was a great panel to see Superman in full savior mode. And near the end, we see that the person is, from how he's talking, is part of a group. Superman had defeated this person, but the people around him wanted Superman to kill this person because he was bombing and killing Metropolitans. And Superman refused to kill this guy, explaining he's not a judge, jury, and executioner. But some new person here, claiming to be part of a new world order, is the one that took this person out. and this is what he looks like. And I think him and Superman had a previous interactions with each other, because Superman was under the assumption he took out this individual by throwing him in the sun, but he didn't. He wound up surviving and coming back to Earth to show Superman his true destiny as the last son of Krypton. Now, I find all those aspects of this story to be interesting, to be setting up issues down the road. And on a quick note, did any of you have this Lynx handheld system for $100? Interesting. I remember that. I forgot all about that until I just seen that now. The Lynx handheld system. If you had one, comment links down below. But my issue is, after I bought this, and I'm not sure if I would have bothered picking this issue up, is that there's like 3 other Superman series out. I think one was like just entitled Superman. We have here Superman, the Man of Steel. We have The Adventures of Superman, maybe, and something else. But I didn't know when I picked up this particular issue that I would probably have to pick up other Superman titles to see what was going on and see where the story finishes up and everything. So, like, for instance, I can go and get Superman, the Man of Steel issue 2 from 1991. That's follows this issue, but not continue the story. And the story could be done, and I don't know how it finished. And it kind of drew me out of the investment of hopping on with this issue to see about collecting the Superman series. Now, I get that comic books are going to do crossovers and this and that, and that's fine. But this was one of the bigger problems as comics started getting popular in the 90s and 2000s. You literally had to, and I kind of forgot about all this in a way, but you had to kind of read like 10 issues a month to just know what was going on in one whole story. Like if you were collecting the X-Men comic books, you pretty much need to collect all the X-Men titles. Same thing kind of with the Superman one, and I'm sure there's other titles out there like Batman stuff too that you needed to get this Amazing Spider-Man, the Spider-Man series books that were out. You need to get this issue to know what happened in that issue and why this person's mad at that person and this and that. And I was really invested into this issue until the end of the issue, where I seen that continued in the Superman book, issue 57. And I don't know if I want to necessarily do that at this point. So I might go and find another DC series to collect and add to our collection here at Tully Television, the Tully Television abode, so to speak. And what I might do with this Superman, the Man of Steel issue one here, is put it into the comic book lot that I will do. I'm not sure yet if I want to do that or not. But I don't think I'm going to continue collecting this title necessarily all the way through, because it's just not going to give me the full story of what I'm trying to follow, like the Legion of X story did, or the Nightcrawler series that I did, from his 2004 series. So I might keep this issue. I might put it into my grab bag that I'm doing a giveaway for when we hit 300 subs. Or I just might give it to Jordan or Tim or something. I don't know. But as far as getting more issues of this series, I don't think I'm going to do that. Not because it seems like a bad series, just due to the fact of I'm not interested in collecting three other titles from here on out just to follow the Man of Steel story. You know what I mean? But you let me know down below what you thought of my thoughts on this issue and on Superman in general. But until next time, peace, Snookums.
Everybody!